النار مولعة، النار ولعت في الصف فوق. النار ولعت في الصف. يا عجرمي. شاهد النار في الصف يا جماعة. انزل انزل. انزل ولك انزل.
So the problem is that when it fell, it created fires, burned people's homes down, it lit up a hospital, it lit up the UN, they burned a UN school, and they ended up killing civilians with fire. Well, with phosphorus, it can be legitimate if you're using it to make smoke in an open area, but it shouldn't be used in a populated area, and we're in the middle of Gaza City. The use of white phosphorus, especially in central Gaza, very clearly violated Geneva Conventions. No question about it. You could see it. It has a singular and unique visual footprint. When white phosphorus is airburst, it looks like a jellyfish. You have this big puffy white head, and then all of these flaming tentacles reach down where the phosphorus pieces come raining down. It was clear. I mean, from the moment that I saw it, I knew it was white phosphorus. Israelis had closed the border crossing, and no one could get in. It wasn't just us, it was the press, it was everyone. We stood up on this ridge where BBC and others had set up their cameras. From my vantage point, looking at Gaza City, the Beit Lahia area, I mean, we could clearly see that the phosphorus was falling over civilian areas. Our team finally got into Gaza on the 20th of January. We went to the Abu Halima house, this home in Beit Lahia. 14 members of their family had been taking refuge, and a shell came into the house. When the shell exploded, 4 children were killed. The father was killed, and the mother was exposed to quite a bit of phosphorus. It was very clear that it was a white phosphorus attack. I mean, first of all, we actually found the shell inside the home. When phosphorus burns, it leaves kind of an orange residue wherever it hits. We also found a number of unexploded white phosphorus canisters outside of the home as well. So we could see that there was a larger attack in this area. A UN school, an UNRWA school, was hit by white phosphorus. The airburst was at such a low altitude that all of the phosphorus had come down within the school compound. When the shell opened up, the flames came down, causing fire. Once that shell lets out the phosphorus, it keeps going. And in this case, it went into one of those classrooms, hit a woman, and killed 2 of her children. Looking at the level of guidance, you know within about a 30-meter area where that shell is going to explode over.
In terms of the school itself, the building, I mean, is it marked at all? Is it identified as a school, a UN building?
Absolutely. We have provided the GPS coordinates of every single one of our locations. They are clearly marked with UN insignia, flags flying, lights shining on the flags at night, and so on. It's very clear that these are United Nations installations.
The intentional use of a weapon to harm civilians is a war crime. In the case of Qassam rockets, the desire behind the use is actually to harm civilians. And so not only those people who are launching the weapons on the Hamas side are guilty of war crimes, but also those people who are ordering the use are guilty of war crimes. Just because one side is violating the Geneva Conventions, it does not justify a violation from the other side. Israel is still required, under the laws of war, to employ weapons that can target only those militants. Anyone who claims that the white phosphorus use is targeted against Hamas rocket firing just doesn't understand military tactics at all. It's just not the right weapon choice.
It's all white phosphorus. Let's see the serial numbers. Hold on, let me check the serial numbers. It's the same lots. These are E1s.
What's so shocking and what's really problematic is that since you know the general area of coverage, when white phosphorus comes down over a hospital or over a UN facility, then you had to have anticipated what the cost was going to be by using that weapon. We have the forensic evidence, we have the witness testimony, we even have my observations from standing on the armistice line watching it. But what we really need now is an independent international investigation that's credible in nature, that can go in, look at how it was used, and make a determination.